exile some cards here. Let's go ahead. Blinky, blink, blink. I think we choose the old one. Then we do this. This. Like this. That's a lot of triggers. Yeah, boy. How's it going, y'all? Titan Smash TG, and today we're here with some standard action. It is the Stream League #2. We're about to take part in this. 32 streamers in this event. A lot of big names. I am probably, if not the smallest, one of the smallest names in this thing. So it's going to be exciting. We may very well go 0-2 and knock out this thing pretty quick, but hey, we're going to try our best. Decided I'm going to try some Sultai out. And I know I'm the bad guy here playing Sultai, but I think it's just one of the best decks in the standard. I think it has the most powerful end game and just the biggest top end you can have. So I figure why not give it a shot here. I've had some fun with it in the past, recording with it, and it's a deck that even though it does some kind of disgusting things, that's a lot of fun to me. So Sultai Ultimatum, as you can see here, just an absolute ridiculous amount of 2-drop different stuff here. A lot of little 1-ofs. Again, we're an 80-card deck, so we can kind of afford to do that. But basically what you're trying to do is we have the 4-of Wolf Willow Haven, 4-of Cultivate. Obviously, we're looking to ramp up really big. If we're playing something aggressive, we have the Extinction Events and Shadow's Verdict to kind of clear the way for us there. But basically, we're trying to ramp up and get our Emergent Ultimatum, so we can choose any of these big cards here, with our hits being Seagate Restoration, Kiora Best of Sea God, 2 Epiphany here, Shark Typhoon if we need it, 1 of Astika's Chariot, one that you don't usually see here, but an Elder Gargaroth in place of Vorinclex. Even though Vorinclex works very well with Tibalt here, against like the aggressive matchups, which we do struggle with, I think Elder Gargaroth's actually a lot better hit there, and makes more of a difference in that matchup than Vorinclex does as a whole. So that's what we got here, sideboard-wise. It's hard to know what to expect. We don't know the deck list of these things until it starts here in about 15 minutes. So I'm going 2 to rest here for controller's matchups with the Mirror. Just a Stroke. It hits a lot of things right now in the meta. 1 Negate, 1 Dispute. 2 Elspeth's Nightmare, really good against Rogues. Could even be a semi-duress kind of thing in Exile in the Graveyard against other matchups. 1 Pelucranos to come in and fight, also an escape creature for Rogues. Another Shadow's Verdict. I feel like this is really good against Cycling. The Cycling decks right now are actually terrifying because they have so many different ways to hit you. But being able to have something that clears all of their creatures out, and that's including Ironcrag, Pyromancer, and Riel, but also clearing out all the creatures in the graveyard, helps those Zenith Flares be a little bit less scary. 2 more Gargaroth for aggressive matchups, 1 Shark Typhoon, 1 Coma, and 1 Erebos' Intervention, which we have 1 in the main board too. Erebos' Intervention, just a really nice way to very efficiently 2 mana deal with a Toski. So hey, let's take this in there. Matchup starting about 15 minutes here, so let's see how it goes. Let's go. Alright, so first game with this matchup for us in Stream League #2 is against none other than Frank Lepore. Frank is a fantastic Magic player. Somebody I've looked up to playing for a while. I believe he's on Sultai Ultimatum. A 1-lander ain't going to do it. Whew, this thing is running rough right now. We got a lot of stuff going on for this, so I'll keep this. I think I probably do want a Stroke, so I think I probably just bend this Jewelry Disruption. So I'm going to want an Omen of the Sea on 2 anyway, so let's go ahead and do this. That's it. Me and Frank kind of been just joking about this because we've been having such a hard time getting all this set up to run, but we're doing it now. We got it going. Never had any issues. Okay, that's not too bad here. Here, I think I'll play this, pass a turn. And again, we're supposed to have open deck lists for this, but because of just everything going on, that didn't quite happen. Let's go ahead and play this Omen of the Sea now. Looking for a little... Ooh, Cultivate's actually just fine. And since we're going to be searching a library like the other one, doesn't really matter. I guess I could have drawn that actually, right? That was a little bit of a mess up on my end. Let's go ahead and Cultivate now. Get to ramp him. We'll get us a green source and a blue source. We'll pass the turn. Now I'm kind of bummed I didn't get this Epiphany ready to go. If I can this next turn, we can foretell this and still hold up Disdainful Stroke. So that's actually not too bad. Okay, me and Frank just playing the same game here. Oh, that's not too bad either. So let's play, well, 1, 2, 1, 2. Do this. Do this and pass turn. Now we still got Stroke held up. I could have done this a little bit more mana efficient, but it doesn't really matter. We can take an extra turn this next turn, but it doesn't even really do a lot just because of how our hand's set up. Cultivate is okay. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could try to Epiphany now, but again, it just doesn't really do a whole lot. So I think that I'm just putting this in the hand and then holding up Heartless Act or Disdainful Stroke, or cycle this Triumph if I need to. So we've got a few different things we can do here. I think he should just run out Emergent Ultimatum. Just do it. See what old Frank's got for us, y'all. This next turn we can just play Yorion and Stroke if they have a counter, which isn't terrible. We'll see what happens here, though. Migration Path. Goodness. Ramp City. Okay. 3 mana for Frank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I find an untapped land here, I can Epiphany holding up. Gosh, well that's... I guess holding up Stroke doesn't really do anything. They're at 3 mana. Let's go ahead and play this Black Source now. I think for here, I'm just trying to play Yorion, Blinking Omen of the Sea, and pass the turn. The thing is, say if he counters this, or makes me counter this, and I can't counter this anyway, though. And I think I'm okay with this getting countered. Ooh, he had nothing there. Okay. Well, so that happens. I'm going to pass the turn here. Definitely don't want to cultivate here. Shark Typhoon we do want. Drawari, a little bit late when he has literal 1 million mana here. So Shark Typhoon is a card I'm very happy to have here, though. But we're about to that point where I just need to start finding my Emergent Ultimatums. Well, he's probably got a counter. Good news is we play around Drawari Disruption. Alright, counter secured. Now... Okay. So I think now our goal is to probably Shark Typhoon end of turn. Let's go ahead and hit him. Because we can Shark Typhoon end of turn and then resolve an Alrund's Epiphany. We can really run off to the races here. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully Frank doesn't have a second one. Binding, sure. Don't like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He still has 7 mana open. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shark Typhoon for 7. I mean, if we get the result, if this doesn't die for 1, I don't have counters anyway here. If this doesn't die and I get the Resolve Epiphany, then we can win the game. That'll be 7 plus 9. That'd be... That's 15. Ooh. Shadow's Verdict. Dead card in this matchup. Let's go to attacks first. How do we want to play this now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. I think we do it like this. YOLO and such. We get there. All right. Good first game there. Lucky the Epiphany resolve there. That actually would have been exact lethal. Math is hard. So against him, let me see if we can see the sideboards real quick. Now it's showing. Okay. Oh, he's playing some Burning Rune Demon in here and everything. So this is actually one thing that would have helped. He's only playing Negate in the main deck there. He does have some extra stuff to bring in sideboard-wise here, but he's just not really a counter-heavy deck, which is good to know. So we'll bring in Stroke, we'll bring in Negate, we'll bring in Dispute. What else? Shark Typhoon's good here. Duress is good here. Coma is good here. We take out the Erebus Intervention. Eliminate we take out. So creature-wise, just really doesn't have a whole ton. He has Ugins. Yorions. So like, I may want to keep some number of Heartless Act in here. For now, let's get rid of the stuff we know we don't want. Ascension Event we don't want. Shadows of Verk we don't want. I'm actually already almost there. Soul Shatter. I don't think Soul Shatter is what we want against what they're running. I think this is it. So let's go ahead and run it in there, see if we can get game number 2. Alright, so game number 2 in the Sultai Ultimatum Mirror against Frank Lepore. Let's see if we can take it on the draw this time. We both had really good starts there. And we won on a mulligan, which is always a good feeling. I'll keep this. This is actually... Elder Gargoyle is actually a little bit weak in here. And I don't love having to use my Seagate here, just in case the game goes long and that's relevant. But it is what it is. Here we can steal Wolf Willow on 2, Cultivate on 3. Having a Negate already is nice. I doubt he wants to counter Wolf Willow Haven, but he's more than welcome to. Now, if he has a Dwari Disruption, that would be a good play. Okay. We're ramping, baby. Let's go. Need to draw some lands here. Let's hope he doesn't counter this, because we're not hitting our land drops. Don't do it, Frank. Frank, no. Frank, let it resolve. Ugh. That's rough. Let's give the crying emoji. Alright, well now we're in rough shape here. Okay, so there's a land. So we can... I think I just want to Duress first, and then we're still holding up Negate. Heartless Act, Eliminate. I mean, I guess we just take the Act here. And pass the turn. Now you could run out Valky here. Doesn't seem amazing, but it would be okay. Luckily, if he runs out Valky, we can just Binding the Old Gods. Or Heartless Act it. Actually, we can't Heartless Act it because of mana. Okay. Well, that's just a naked Yorion. So let's play this as a blue source. Let's go ahead. Binding the Old Gods there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have... Maybe it's correct to play Elder Gargaroth there, but I don't think so. Despite missing that land, we're still doing okay here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's getting close to Emergent Ultimatum. Speaking of Ultimatum, black. I actually need another black source. I'm not going to get cute and play the Ketria Trial. We're just going to do this Zagoth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So I think the play here is we put this in hand, holding up Negate. Let's actually do that. Let's hope he just tries to run out an Emergent Ultimatum here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Especially if he tries to get Ultimatum. We counter it and then we hit an untapped land and we get to Ultimatum. That's probably GG's. He could also just run out Valky here. I will always let them ramp. Okay. Only got one card we don't know about, so I think I think I'm just going to try to slam this now. Unless he top deck. Oh wait, we still don't have it. Oh, that's so awkward. That's so awkward, baby. Well, let's go ahead. I think we're just running this out. Eliminate can't take care of it, so. Unless that last card was a counterspell. I think I'm fine with that. I've got to hold up negate here. Awkward having the... So 1, 2... 1, 2, 3... Absolutely not. Give me an untapped land. Untapped black source to be specific. That ain't it, but it could be worse. Let's go ahead and Epiphany now. Again, untapped black source would be very ideal right now. Seeker's Chariot's not the worst. Because even a Valky doesn't do a ton here. So here I think we play a Seeker's Chariot. Again, he can kill one of the tokens, but that's not too bad. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this Elspeth's Nightmare now. Let's just throw it all out on the table. And let's just hope we don't, you know, hopefully it doesn't get the top deck nuts here. Because even Valky here is nothing too bad. Ultimatum's like the big thing I'm afraid of. Curious what that last card could be then. Okay. Well, I get to kill that. So he can take Yorion. He can become Yorion if he wants to. God. Golly. Let's go ahead and crew here. In response to that. So that's fine. Let's see what the last card he's got in hand is here. It's aligned, okay. Well, we Heartless Act. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're good, man. Now we get this back. Swing for 6. Make a kitty cat. Meow. Play Yorion. Blink Chariot. Blink Elspeth's Nightmare. And we do play the Triumph. Just because that guarantees we have the mana for this next turn for this Emergent Ultimatum. Unless he top decks something good, it's over. Cycles, okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Cycles again. That's only 3 mana though. I think we're there. He can get 4 mana, but I just don't think it's going to be able to do it. Let's go. Beating a legend like Frank is impressive, so I'll take a 2-0 there all day. Good games, Frank. I guess we'll wait for the next matchups. Let's go. Good start to this. Alright, so game number 2 of this thing is against Riley Knight, the most magnificent mustache in all of Magic. Again, okay, we can play. Sweet. He's on some Mardu Knights, and this hand is actually absolute gas against that deck, I'd imagine. We just want a lot of removal here, and this is it. But I think everybody here probably knows Riley Knight as well, another name that's way bigger than I am. Man, the stash. Let's see if we can take it to him. I think I just play this Fable Passage on 1 here, drop it for a blue source. We have the green here on the pathway and a swamp. A swampy swamp. Alright, let's do it. Drop a Fable Passage, pass the turn. Swamp. No Knight of the Ebon Legion here. Always nice to have that. I mean, obviously it's not in standard anymore. I'm saying, like, it's nice that the Knights deck don't have access to that card anymore. Merchant Ultimatum, we'll get to you. for now, we just drop a swamp and pass the turn. So the white source, Worthy Knight, sure, but it's going to eat a Heartless Act. For sure. Yorion is fine. I think with this Yorion in hand, we don't need to worry about putting this back. I think we're just holding up Erebos' Intervention. That way, if he plays another Worthy Knight, like so, kill it. Ooh. X2, just in case we don't have that third land. Really hoping we hit that third land, but okay, we hit it. I'm not going to disrupt anything here, so I think I'm actually just putting Yorion into hand now. If he plays anything, we have Binding the Old Gods. Turd of its grounds. Hopefully he plays like a General Kudro would be great. Fervent Champion. Okay. I'm going to do this main phase just to hit a land. Really can't be missing land drops. Actually, I wish I would have not. Don't know why I left my green open instead of my black. Shadow's Verdict is a card. But since we have all this removal already, I don't think we need it. So we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. I guess with black and white on tap, that's probably Dire Tactics. Black lands, okay. So now it's a little bit sketchy not being able to have that Shadow's Verdict. I still think bottoming that was the correct choice with only having the one black source here. General Kudro. You got it. He's going to swing for 5 here. Sorry, he's going to swing for 7 because they all get the buff. It's pretty good. We are not hitting lands, and that's very frustrating. So I think here I've got to play Binding just so I can eventually hit a land drop. Because next turn I can just play Yorion either way. Let's go ahead and just get rid of this now. He can still swing for 5 here if he does have another Kudro. He's got another one, so we're taking 7 again. Rough. But now I can Extinction Event this next turn. Yoinks! Well, Philhaven, we are not finding lands, my goodness. Especially with this Urgent Ultimatum in hand, it really stinks. So I think here we do Binding, or we do Yorion, Binding. I don't care if he use General Kudro to kill something here, so let's actually just play Yorion. So I think we're just doing this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think another multiple. I mean, I need land. I really need land. There it is. We have green, 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 blue, blue, black, black. So next turn we can ultimatum. We just gotta not die here. Okay, another Fervent Champ is lethal. Okay. Down to 2. Don't shock me, bro. Let's go get that land. Let's Emergent Ultimate. Oh, we don't know. Land. Oh, wait, we do. Just kidding. I was like, I knew I calculated this. So let's go get. He's got 2 creatures. So we'll do Epiphany for sure. Kiorbes, a Sea God. And Valky, I guess, to kill something. Well, if you do that, he can give us... Yeah, like I think we're good with those choices. Again, because if he does give us the extra turn, if he gives us the extra turn, we have Binding and Extinction. If he doesn't give us the extra turn and gives us... I think no matter what, that's right. So let's do these three. See what we got, y'all. So no Epiphany for us. We do get Tybalt and Kiora Best to see yet. And we have this other Yorion in hand too. It sucks that Binding of the Gods, the old gods, is going to go away. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and exile that. Just got to avoid a haster off the top now. Also, this Black Lance, now we've exiled it, we can flash it in and block and gain some life, which would be really nice. I just need one turn. He doesn't run Soul Shatter. Dire Attacks with this being hexproof is nice. Okay, that's an issue. But, okay, we're actually okay here. That's going to do 1 damage to us. Oh. Oh, good, because it kills that. Okay. So we swing for 8. Well, first is even. This is odd. This is odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's plus up here first. Nice. That's what we needed. That is exactly what we needed. So now I have an Extinction Event on odd. I can swing for 8. We got to end this game. We play Yorion. Bounce you, bounce you, bounce you. And this time we get the Valky here, but at least... Oh gosh, okay. Don't need either of those. And right now, like, he still needs a top deck to... Oh wait, we're just dead. We're just dead. Oh no. I can put a stop on my upkeep though. Oh boy, I think we still lose this. That's so unfortunate. I should have flashed this in. Whew. Lordy, 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 lordy. That was scary. That was so scary. 8, 16, that's a lot of damage here. That's fine. We just kill that. Well, now I hope my oops didn't look like BM. I just thought I was dead there, to be honest. Big swing. Good first game. Man, that was scary. Holy hell. Okay, so the Draining the Magic, I guess, does stop us, right? What else could he have? Kai'Sa Freebooter's annoying. That's really about it. So against them, Elspeth's Nightmare, still get Shadow's Verdict for sure. Intervention we want in. I think Pelucranos is good here. Stroke is like nothing in their deck hits. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, and we probably won't. See, Gargoyle's good, but it dies to like a lot of things in their deck. Don't think we want the negate. Soul Shatter seems awkward against them as well. It's removal, but not great removal. This does miss quite a few things. I'm gonna cut this down there. I'm gonna cut. Let's cut 2 Ultimatum. We'll keep 2 in hand just in case. And maybe 1 more Garter. I'll force them to have that removal because they probably boarded some of it out. So let's run this at him and see how it goes. Alright, so game number 2 against Riley. Let's see if we can Sultai our way through this one, baby. On the draw this game. I think this is fair. We still have a way to kind of ramp up into the Gargaroth, and we also have the Heartless Act if we need to just really get aggressive. Here we'll just play the Trial and Pass. We're good on lands, so that's a thing. If he plays a Worthy Knight, okay, no Worthy Knight here. Freeboot. Well, now we don't really have much of a choice here. I guess he just takes either Haven or Heartless Act. Okay. Binding is actually a phenomenal draw there. This way, next turn, I can play Binding the Old Gods and kill it, or another threat if he has another one. Okay, he's got all 3 colors. Good draw. Omen of the Sea. So we have green, green. I need blue here. So we're just going to play Binding. I guess I do it on the free... No, I do it on the Kudro. Because if this is all he's doing is just playing a Kudro and hit me for 2 every turn, we're not really worried and concerned about that. The best draw would just be like a straight up Yorion. That would be fantastic. Okay, Crusader Extinction Event would be great now. Another land. Not so much what we were looking for. Black. I think we still just take... I still think we just take the Zagoth Triumph for now. Doesn't know about that land. We're just playing the Gargi. Okay, draw another cards. Not a bad thing for us. Now I'd be kind of curious to see if he kept the Dire Tactics in or not. Because if his Gargaroth gets to survive, this can just really run away with the game too. Obviously an Emergent Ultimatum would just be gas here. Getting to cast that probably ends the game pretty quick too. Showdown, alright. Gargi gets to live. Not really afraid of those cards either right now. Shadow's Verdict, 1 time. Okay, more land. Let's go ahead. I almost want to draw a card here. Golly. Now this can get out of hand really fast. So I think first what we do is crack this, thin this deck out a little bit, get more of these lands out of our deck since that's all we are drawing. If I do this, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we can play both, like Shadow's Verdict here just wins the game probably. Okay, Emergent Ultimatum's also fire. So now we just have to hope we don't die, and I think we're have a good chance of that right now. So let's actually just grab this Ultimatum. Do I want a blocker here? I think I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do that, we have a black source. We have Swamp, Swamp, blue source, green, 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 green. Black, black, blue. 5, 6, 7. Black, black, blue, blue, green, green, green. Yeah. So let's go ahead and just create us a 2/2 now. Another Haven. Not exactly what the doctor had on the menu.
Round timer started.
Riley's in the tank.
Round timer started.
We hear you. We hear you, MTG Melee. Calm down. Okay. Inspiring Veteran, getting to put a counter on something and pump the team. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Land. He didn't play the swamp, which is a little interesting. Which means there's probably a use for that red source. Just play another Showdown in the Scalds. Brutal. That is brutal. Okay, he's doing the thing. If he attacks here, I think I just take it. We have to just find a board wipe at this point anyways. So I'm gonna put a stop on my upkeep here so I can scry a little bit. No fear in that dojo. But that just gives me the Heartless Act here. Six, 7, 8 here. So we do this. Draw a card. Tome ain't it. These counters don't really matter. Sack this. Where are our board wipes? We boarded so many in. Oh, Jesus Christ. So let's go to attacks first. Draw a card. Unreal. Unreal, man. Oh boy. So I think I have to kill the Stormfist Crusader now. Oh, I can't kill it. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. I think we're just dead here, y'all. That was so unlucky just to draw that many cards and not see what we needed to see. But I think we just die here, right? I guess I have the eliminate in here, so I can still... discard one of my many lands here. Eliminate here would be good. God, another... Good game. What do you do? What do you do, man? Let's go to game 3, see if we can take him here. I mean, that's one problem, obviously, when you play these kind of Yorion piles. Also, let's take out these Maze Mind Tomes. There's no world where I'm going to want these. And instead, we'll put another Gargaroth and an Elspeth's Nightmare, I guess. Let's run this at him. But yeah, 80 cards, obviously you're less likely to see your sideboard cards and your wipes and everything, but that was just incredibly Alright, game number 3 against Riley and Mardu Knights. Let's see if we can take him down. Let's go. Take the play. Hand here. Like, this is a weird one because it's a bit slow, but it does ramp well. We have the Heartless Act. I think I keep this on the play. On the draw, this is definitely a mulligan. Intervention is nice there. Let's go and target the Wolf Willow Haven there. An untapped land means that I can... Well, actually, I can still do that anyway. I can Wolf Willow and still hold up Heartless Act. Correct. Frustrating, but not a huge deal. And I think at this point, I'm just trying to foretell Auron's Epiphany, right? Yikes. Alright, so... Wolf Willow ramp dot deck. Activate. And... I doubt there's anything I can do really here, so I'm just going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This way an untapped land just means we get to go extra turn. Freebooter here is not too bad. Because I have the mana to do, like, kill both of these, so it's actually not too big of a deal. Okay. That's a interesting play, but a risky one. Give me an untapped land. Thank you, game. That is appreciated. So we'll go ahead. Blue Source, Epiphany. I'm hitting all the wrong buttons here. Okay. Let's go ahead and main phase this. I want to hit a land. Binding's pretty freaking good here too, so we actually just take that. Not a land, but it gets the job done. Okay. This way if he plays a Drain at the Magistrate, we have an answer for it. I can also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still need an untapped land this next turn, and we can emerge an Ultimatum. We definitely get a land this next turn, so we're already getting close to this Emergent Ultimatum anyway, so that's good. Worthy Knight. Worthy Knight, not as good as a Riley Knight, but gets the job done. Get a Ketria Triumph here. It's black. Ultimatum. So here we will grab Kiora Best of Sea God, Tibbers, and where's that other Epiphany? Oh, right. Kiora, Auron's Epiphany, and Valky. Yeah, we don't have to worry. Like, he's not hitting the lands. I think we're just good here at this point. He's stuck at 3 lands. What's he going to do? I would like to do this. I'd like to do this. I'd like to do this. It's so tasty. Think we'll go no attacks past the turn. Don't see how he comes back from this one, to be honest. But you never know. Crazy things can happen. Swarmfish Crusader. I mean, that's just... Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think we're good here. Tap all the stuff down. Let's go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go ahead and exile some cards here. Let's go ahead. Blinky blink blink. Yeah, actually I think I do want to do that. Just because I think this game's just so over with anyway, and having the extra creature is a little bit better. I guess I could have played a land there, but it's whatever at this point, man. Take the Magistrate. Bottom both of these. I think we got there, y'all. Elspeth's Nightmare just for good measure. Good games. 2-0 in the tournament, baby. Who would have thought? And against Frank Lepore and Riley Naya to boot. So good games there. Let's see you at the next one. Alright, game number 3 of this thing is against Keetsune. I think it's Keetsune. Maybe it's Keetsune. But they're on Naya Aggro, Naya Adventures. Funny thing, I am never on the play when I'm on the ladder, but in these tournaments, man, it's just getting to happen. Oh, this is a rough one. I have so many 2-mana things to do here that I think I can keep this, but this is definitely a little bit sketch. We'll see what happens here. Green. Spar Sentinel is a little spooky. Okay, another land there is good. So here we can go blue. We'll just pass the turn holding up either Heartless Act or Omen of the Sea. Because if they play a Clarion Spirit, then I want to be able to kill that. Like Clarion Spirit in the 1-drop is going to hurt us anyways. Yep. If they have another 1-drop, that's going to be real spooky. Oh, didn't even... Just poked right on through that. Let's go ahead and cultivate here. That's my fault there. 100% my fault there.
Round timer started. Round timer started.
The Bone Daddy. So we'll get us a green source. I guess a black source just that way if we hit a Shadow's Verdict or something like that. We got it down. Yeah, so I definitely missed out. I just completely skipped through that. That's one of those things, paper magic you don't do, but it's easy to do in these kind of things. Bone Crusher. Swing for 2. Could we get an Extinction Event or a Shadow's Verdict? Nope, it's a land. Since I've not played a land yet, I think I cultivate here and I'll end up holding a Heartless Act. And I think I just want to stomp this while the shields are down. We'll take 2. We'll take 2 here, but this saves us from getting like Shepherd of the Flock or something. Would like to not see a Toasty come up here. An Emergent Ultimatum obviously is just the nuts here if we can find it. Showdown. Yikes. Okay, maybe they don't have another land. That'd be great. That would be very great. White source. Okay, come on, game. As I said, we don't need all these freaking lands. I think with the shields down, I'm actually going to look at their hand and see what they've got. Nothing good. Nothing good at all. Now we cultivate, just trying to thin this deck out some. All of our good cards, they're just a little bashful. They hiding, you know how they do. And then here, it looks like we're still representing Omen or Heartless Act or something like that, but really we got Omen of the Sea. Try not to get beat down here. But if they play out their whole board here and we get the Shadow's Verdict, we'll be in a good spot. Whew, it's just a lot of value for them, though. Now they can draw 2 cards here. If they play the Bone Crusher Giant. That's an option as well. Now, I don't know why they wouldn't have played... And again, I don't know what their hand is, or I mean, most of what their hand is. I feel like you play Clarion Spirit there and then play these just to get that extra token, but... They just doing it all, baby. Right now, the flood is absolutely real. Stomp there is fine. Like, no matter what I took, it was going to be stompable anyways, because it's only the Sentinel and the Fairy Guide Mother. Man, that is some value. And the stinky thing is here, is if I wipe them, they kind of just get to do it all again. So we'll take 2 here. Let's go ahead and just Omen of the Sea now. Heartless Acts are good, but that board is way too wide for that to be relevant whatsoever. So another Omen. Okay, I guess I didn't put that on there, but luckily it didn't matter. Alright. It's Merchant Ultimatum time. We've got to do... Epiphany's 1 for sure. Shadow's Verdict's 1 for sure. Kiora doesn't even really do a whole lot here. I could do Extinction Event, but then they give me just both wipes, and that's kind of awkward. I think it's got to be Kiora here. I don't care to lose this, and I can always just, you know, blink it back later on. Because they can kill my... yeah, let's do this. Awkward, awkward, awkward. They can tap stuff down, but I still have enough mana and Omen of the Sea stuff here to hopefully be able to grab a Shadow's Verdict after this. And also, actually, Extinction Event is just perfect here because it's literally all odd. I should have chose Extinction Event here. That was actually really bad on my part. Okay, Shadow's Verdict, and so if we do these in the right order, I guess these both do it at the same time, though, right? I would like for Shadow's Verdict to go first there, and then we make the 2 tokens. We did it, Mom! And then we go ahead, do this into turn here. Binding the Old Gods. is fine, I think. So we'll keep that. They don't really have any haste threats I'm worried about. I think for now I'm just putting this Yorion back to hand to draw some more cards. I don't know though, maybe we just want a Showdown here. Because then they're just playing one card per turn and that's not doing much of anything. Because Showdown can let them just buff up a bunch of creatures as they go wide. Let's actually do this and then play Maze Mind Tome. Man, this is a little bit more mana efficient. Do that. Do Maze Mind Tome. Pass turn. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 mana. So if they Showdown here, they've only got 2 more mana to really do anything, which is nice. Bone Crusher is A-okay. I'm actually very happy they played that because we just get the Blink Binding. Yeah. Sure. Let's go ahead and scry here. We don't want a Fable Passage. Let's go ahead and draw us a card. Triome. Another Triome. Well, we're getting these lands out of the decks, you know, that's a thing. Let's go ahead. Play Yorion. You. Submit. No attacks here. I think I'd rather just hold up a card draw, so we'll just play one of these end the turn here. So we'll destroy the Bone Father. Merge an Ultimatum we definitely want. Triomes we definitely don't want. Shadow's Verdict is just fine. And we'll go ahead and pass here. They're very carefully tapping. Showdown is a house, but it results. Nothing really good off that, so that's good for us. Again, we have the Shadow's Verdict just to kind of play cleanup duty here. Timer's getting a little low for him over there. Sentinel's fine. I'm just going to end up drawing a card. Toski. Toski is a card, full show. Let's go ahead. I guess let's be the most mana efficient and cycle this. Extinction Event works too. That's odd. Or that's even. Odd. Oh. Let's go ahead and scry real quick. Don't want the pathway. Okay, I guess I didn't do that fast enough. Here, we'll put this Ketria Triome in. So we start off by swinging. There's just so much crap we can do here. There really is. think we start off by playing Ultimatum again. Epiphany. Kiara. Is it Gargaroth? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still have. Oh my god, this is just so dirty. It really is just so dirty. I think Gargaroth just really tried to run away with this. Okay. Today, we are the beatdown deck. So let's see now. So I have 5 mana. I mean, I could just play Yorion again, and that seems kind of stupid good, right? Now, I don't know how this Yorion loops. I may be making just a total fool of myself here. I think we choose the old one. And then we do this. This. Like this. That's a lot of triggers. Yeah, boy. That is so much value. Alright, we get game 1 there. That's a grindy one, but we get there. Against them, we definitely want the Erebos intervention. Another Shadows Verdict will be good. They probably have a hard time dealing with Coma. So I think I throw that in there as well. Let's see here. Elspeth's Nightmare doesn't really do a lot. We don't really have a ton to bring in here, unfortunately. Sideboard-wise, I mean, even sideboard-wise, they don't have a ton that deals with this. The Redain's kind of annoying. So maybe we want the Elspeth's Nightmares. Just as like flexibility to kill Redain. I'm gonna actually throw those in there for now. We gotta take some cards out. So I think Stroke comes out because most of their stuff here is pretty cheap. The one of Negate is okay. What else do we want to take out here though? Like I feel like this is one where a lot of your single target removal is not super great. The Mace-Mind Tomes there were good, but I don't actually think we want those in more aggressive matchups like this. Soul Shatter seems awful. Well, Soul Shatter does kind of make them shadow. We'll actually keep Soul Shatter in there because it makes them discard or kill their Toski. Chariot's okay. Take out 1 restoration. On the draw, I think we can afford to cut on these lands type things a little bit. Let's run this at him, see how it goes. So game number 2 against Keetsune. Lego. This hand, it's way too slow. First mulligan of the day. Well, no, it's not. Just kidding. We had mulligan very first game. This one we'll have to keep, but it's at least an easy mulligan of the Cultivate. You know, we still have the turn 2 Omen of the Sea, turn 3 Cultivate, so I mean, it could be worse. They've got that Sentinel down again, which is always a little spooky. We'll play Forest this next turn, hold up Omen of the Sea. Unless we draw a Black Source and play in this. Ooh, that's good to see. That's good to see. We like seeing Extinction Event here. We'll still play this Forest and just pass the turn. I'm just going to Omen of the Sea. Stomp me. This would actually be where a Jawari Disruption could be kind of cool. But we'll let that happen. So they just go land Bone Crusher. It's not that big of a deal. Like, that damage starts adding up pretty quick for sure. But we have Extinction Event right now, and Odd is looking nice. Let's go ahead and do this now so I don't accidentally click through it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since we're cultivating anyway, we don't want either of those. Chariot's fun. We like fun cards around here. So here, we put this on black. We cultivate, baby. We'll do black. Green, green, blue. This way I've got 2 of everything. Alright then, let's see what they follow up with here. Toski. That's frustrating. Now they have to draw 2 cards. Elspeth's Nightmare doesn't quite get it done there, does it? Yeah, this is where Shadow's Verdict is way better, and we do play more Shadow's Verdict than this, but I mean, is this Asika's Chariot's time to shine? I think we Extinction Event on odd. And we just drop this passage, thin everything out a little bit. Well, I say thin it out. We're probably actually hurting ourselves doing this because we scratch some stuff. Actually, no, we're not. Just kidding. Big brain. They'll draw a card here. One damage secured. We're down to 10. Toski Doodle Dandy doing the things. The squirrel goes. That's what sound squirrels make. And you know, opponent, if you want to just pass the turn and not do anything, I think that's a really good play, and I would be all for it. This next turn, though, we can play Chariot and hold up Heartless Act, which really isn't bad at all. Yeah, just bring Jagantha back to hand. Jagantha doesn't scare me at all. Showdown is value city. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Go get our green source. Those are some good cards. And play Heart's Desire here. Okay. Oh boy. So we have 6 mana available. And now our Chariot looks way worse just because this Toski. I still think we play it. Pass the turn here. I don't care to just jump block a Toski. Now, Heartless Act is kind of tricky when they have all the Showdown the Skulls out because they can put so many counters on everything, but look at the amount of cards they have access to. Eddie. Toasty's going to be a problem. It's even getting out of our range of Erebos' intervention. But again, we have so many answers here that just do the Lord's work for us. Now, I probably want to kill that Edgewall Innkeeper. Yeah. I really just don't want them drawing any more cards if I can help it. So let's go ahead and just kill that now. Okay. Okay. Now with them being able to play another spell, I definitely don't activate Chariot here to block or anything. Yeah, we're just chumping now. We're chump. Got it. That's a card. That is a very good card. Now, unfortunately, it's going to wipe away a lot of our stuff here. Maybe I'm supposed to save this for one turn, actually. I think I am. They're going to get to draw at least 2 cards here, maybe 3, but like there's just not going to be much we could do about that anyway. They're still going to draw a card if I did the Shadow's Verdict. And at least this kind of like really forces them to be like, hey, we got to play some spells now and do the dang thing. Play out your Lovestruck Beast. Is Cloythus actually a creature here? Because that would be great if so. Nope, not even close actually. Here we just save the most damage we can because I'm going to kill everything here anyways. We're down to 6. We're going to take 2 here. I think we're just going to die. I mean, it's a little bit too much of a clock. There's just so many different avenues they hit you from on this angle. It makes it hard. I would love if they just play one more thing here. Or 2 more things. Nope. Okay. Again, we'll go try to thin this deck out. We've already got the Catcher Trial in play. It's all we need is the one of that. Let's go ahead. Shadow's Verdict here. Sadly, Cloythus not a creature yet, so we can't do anything about that. And then we take 2 here and 2 here. So yeah, we just die. Let's just... Good game there. Let's go to game 3. So, anything that we want to change here now? Like, Flukernos could be good, but again, with Cloythus, this is really weird. I think we got a good plan for like what we're facing here. It's just a matter of making it happen. So, let's get in there, see if we can pull out this game 3. Game number 3 against Keetsune. Let's see if we can get it done. So take the play. Wow, we got some really good cards here. So even though we're light on mana, I think we have to keep this. Very slow hand that does nothing for a little bit. But considering like both of our decks are kind of just looking to play that long game, I think we're okay with that. So we'll play this Dark Dwarf from now and pass turn. And again, just looking to draw some lands here. Blue source specifically, that way even if I have to cycle a Shark Typhoon for 0, we can do so. Soul Shatter is at least a good answer to Toski. Because it's almost always going to be the highest converted mana cost creature they have. Yikes. Well, there's a Toski answer at least, but doesn't do us any good now. Sentinel now is fine. Yep. Extinction Event looking good. Give us a land. That's not a land. Rough. They even give me the nice. Backbreaking. And they're missing lands too. I mean, that's technically a land. We're getting there, folks. Watch out. Okay, still just 2 lands for him. I probably have to Soul Shatter to make sure this Redain just dies. Unless we draw an untapped land, of course. Oh, wait, we can't. Yeah, Binding costs more. Like, Redain's a great counter to us, and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal if we just hit lands, because then we'd be holding this stuff up untapped and be happy. Okay, it's a land, though. Let's pass the turn. As long as they don't Toski here, I'm happy. That's Toski. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, yeah, I still Soul Shatter now anyway, because I can still kill that. So that's actually okay. So let's Soul Shatter now, because I have the Erebos' Intervention. Now they draw 3 cards here, which is probably just a death sentence for us already since we were missing lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, we just can't draw lands to save our life right now. Oh. It's rough, man. What do you do? Like, that been even when everything else is odd, it's just such a beating. I guess we wait till next turn. Unfortunate that game 3 is when we decided because we can't get to play an actual game of Magic, but that's the way she goes sometimes. So let them pass first. One. We'll cycle this for 0 just because we've got to. Still no land. Man. Maybe let's play out some more odd creatures. Redane's such a freaking house whenever we're mana screwed, man. Especially its Extinction Event. 2, 3, 4, 5. Go off opponent. This is literally actually just freaking insane right now. Get our lands the hard way here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're not dead yet. But by golly, we're close. Luckily, everything here minus this token is odd. Sucks, man. We had the hand to beat them, just we never drew the lands to do it. We had like so many good answers for what they did. But whenever you stumble like this and they get to do what they're doing there, like, you just don't really win games of Magic like that. But hey, we're not dead yet. We're pretty dead though. Maybe the opponent mills themselves out. Eddie's fine here. It's just one more thing to Extinction Event. Now the lands is 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have blue, 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 black, black, green, green. So I actually do need this Fable Passage here. But I can't do anything with it right now anyways. Okay, Arena is struggling now. Oh boy. So we do this on odd. And like this, it just doesn't even matter anymore because they just have so much advantage over us now. So if they have a stomp, we just die. Oops, I meant to say good game. just stomp me and put me out of my misery, my friend. These are still good games, and obviously Keetsune's a great player, so like never any shame in losing to anybody in this tournament, especially players of this caliber. But I really do think we got there if we didn't get mana screwed so badly. That's the way it goes. 2-1. We'll see if we lose the next one, we're out of this for sure. We'll see if we win it. Let's go.